What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been like a month and a half since I filmed something. Just really haven't had much to film. I mean, I did install quite a few things over the past several weeks, but I guess they didn't really warrant a video, so I didn't really feel like filming. But now that it is springtime, hopefully I can get the content back and running. Quick update on everything that's going on. I've been working on katana style a lot, so I recently bought a vinyl cutter, so I'm able to do all the decals in-house, and it's definitely been paying off so far. So if you guys are interested, head to katanastyle.com, check out the Series 4 line of decals. So today, we got this right here. This is the Cusco Strut Tower brace for my Toyota 86, so we are going to install this today. It should be quite simple, so let's do the unboxing first. Let's go. So I ordered this off Rally Sport Direct. It kind of came in its own package here, so I'm assuming it wasn't readily in stock at the same time other items were shipping. So here we go. Some of you guys may know I have a Cusco bar in my Impreza, so it's not my first one, but here we go. Probably all that's in the box. So special thing about this one has the built-in master cylinder brace right here. It's kind of hard to see with all the wrapping, but right here it lets you kind of brace the master cylinder so that it doesn't flex as much under braking, and that is supposed to improve the braking feel. I never had a master cylinder brace before, so this is my first time with that. Yeah, very brilliant blue. Cusco blue is always nice. Let's get this out of here. You get this in Japan or in the retail, you have the hook. It's pretty cool. Alright, so putting that aside, we're greeted with Cusco sticker, some instructions all in Japanese, and this is the little, I guess, support piece for the master cylinder brace. So, super exciting. Here is this right here, very nicely packaged. Probably going to have to loosen these bolts here to be able to wiggle around the strut tower mounts. It should be a pretty simple install. Comes in this protective wrap here, so it's silver, it's not blue, but of course the signature Cusco blue on everything else. It's gonna look really nice in the engine bay, I think. I'm trying to keep this relatively clean here. I mean, there's a lot of red right now, but I think the addition of the Cusco should look pretty sick. Not to mention the performance benefit given with a strut tower brace. And apparently on these cars, it actually makes a difference. We're taking a closer look at the master cylinder brace portion. This right here kind of looks like it's just a bolt. Something kind of sticks on the other end, I'm guessing, and then pretty much braces the master cylinder, which is this right here. So pretty much that piece presses up against this and prevents this from flexing as much as it does without it. So it should improve braking feel, but I guess we'll find out on our test drive. So all the instructions are in Japanese, and I cannot read Japanese, so it might not do me much good, but it's pretty easy to install. It's just the strut tower bolts here on each side, and pretty much brace the bracket onto the master cylinder, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen these bolts on each side just so we can move this around and just pop it onto the car. Loosen up to wiggle this out here. So these are actually 12mm nuts. After you got all the top hat nuts off, you do have to take this one off as well. This is the support brace that goes to the firewall. So right here should be a 12mm as well. And this one right here. Now we're going to very carefully place the strut brace over top, all the studs sticking out. Try not to scratch anything, because that would suck real bad. So slipped in nicely as well. Very nice. nice. Now you just tighten everything back down, and then after I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and do the master cylinder. I just want the bar to be secure before I really, you know, mess with that too much. Everything's just hand tight for now, then I'm gonna go around evenly and try to torque them down as best I can. Not quite sure there's any particular order into doing it, but I'm just gonna try to get it evenly distributed across the entire bar, and then we can go ahead and mess with the master cylinder part of the install. Then don't forget to tighten the bolts you loosened earlier on the actual bar itself. So I went ahead and used Google Translate for the master cylinder install, and it pretty much says just tighten it until there's no play, and gives you an approximate dimension of 25 millimeters, or it's around 1 inch right there. So yeah, shouldn't be that bad. Pretty much take this piece here, this is the little stopper on the end of the threaded bolt here, so you can see the end of the bolt there and the master cylinder there. You'll put this stopper in between there and the master cylinder, so there's no threads on this, so it kind of just slips on. Pretty much put that on top of there and tighten the nut on the end. There's a nut on the end there, it kind of locks in the bolt, and pretty much that's really it. They say not to over tighten it because you could break something, so I'm going to be careful of that. Then we can get to the fun part of taking off the protective film and put it on the sticker. So let's go ahead and get to it. It's really hard to get a good angle of this, but I slipped the stopper in between the bolt and the master cylinder. As you can see, I can still move it by hand here. Like I'm literally loosening it right now, but I'm gonna tighten by hand. And literally when I cannot tighten it anymore without any force, I'm gonna stop it right there and then put the lock nut on, and then that should be enough. Because they say not to over tighten it, so right here I'm trying to turn it clockwise and it's not budging, so that's probably good enough. So I'm gonna lock over the nut there and we should be done. Here comes the best part, taking off this film. It does look kind of cool with the blue, but we gotta do the polished look here. Oh man, that thing is shining. Just look at it, guys. This thing is freaking awesome looking. You know, it could very well not do anything, but it definitely looks cool in the engine bay. Can't wait to kind of do some more dress up in here, like change all the caps, the radiator cover, and all that fun stuff. You know, a lot more to be done in here for sure. I mean, all I've got so far really is a parent oil cap that I stole from my Impreza. That's pretty much it. So anyway, check it out, guys. But of course, before we proceed any further, we have to put on the sticker. So this is pretty much the most critical point of this mod, is when the sticker is placed, everything automatically becomes better. So it's good enough for my house. Sticker's on, everything looks amazing. I can't wait to drive the car and just really see how this feels, especially with the brake, master cylinder brace there. I never had one before, so hopefully it does improve the braking feel. Man, this car is really coming together. So there's definitely been a lot of updates to this car since I last made a video, so I'm definitely gonna do like a mid-mod overview video. I think it does, you know, have some notable changes worth mentioning, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on that. But the strut brace is on, looks amazing. We're gonna do some driving footage here and really see if it made any difference. But regardless, it looks really cool in the engine bay, and this is a car I definitely wanna do everything with, so yeah, engine dress up is definitely gonna be a priority as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the driving footage. off the bat with the brake master cylinder, it's definitely a stiffer pedal feel. Just even when I was backing out of my garage, I could feel it. So the pedal feels a lot stiffer, and it actually feels really nice. Like, it stiffens up the pedal, makes the brakes kind of feel, you know, a lot better. You know, all you're changing is the pedal feel, but the best way I can describe it is, you know, when your car is off and you pump the brakes, it feels like that. Of course, not as stiff as that, but it's definitely a lot firmer, for sure. And yeah, it feels super good. So that's just the first impression of the master cylinder brace. And of course, that's why I opted for this particular strut bar, because it included that. I didn't have to buy that separately or anything. And it, you know, it all goes together well with the overall theme. So there's one on-ramp, exit ramp here. It's a really good test on how well this thing does. So we'll check it out. Oh my. So, you know, I didn't turn super hard, but it definitely felt pretty planted. But at the same time, this car does feel pretty planted already, even without the strut brace. So that was kind of a hard gauge to get a feel. So I'm gonna have to find some back roads here, maybe a little later in the day, just to really test it out, because right now it's still a lot of traffic out. I don't wanna, you know, be that guy. So let me catch up with you guys later tonight. Sorry for the phone video. Apparently my GoPro has the battery life of around 10 minutes. But we're gonna go ahead and test the strut bar out on some back roads here.